Hello, class. I'm going to briefly analyze The Lamb and the Tiger by William Blake. I was approved by the professor to cover both poems as a set because they are intended to be read together. Poems from Blake's Songs of Innocence and Songs of Experience were released together in 1794. The ideas from each section are meant to somewhat oppose the other, forming the complete idea Blake wished to share.
Hi guys, I'm going to start on the first stanza of The Lamb, which is basically the narrator asking the lamb, do you know who made you and why they made you the way that you are? And the way that the lamb is described as cute, cuddly. It says, clothing of delight, woolly bright, the veils rejoice at its tender voice. So the lamb is described as very cute, cuddly, innocent, sweet. And the poem itself reads like a nursery rhyme. It's very childlike and innocent. In the second stanza of The Lamb, the narrator answers the question. He tells the lamb, I'll tell you who made you. He is also called a lamb, and he calls himself a lamb. Here we're talking about Jesus Christ. He's considered the sacrificial lamb of God, correct? He is meek and mild, attributes of Jesus. He became a child, like the Nativity. It says that as a child, the narrator is called by his name, so a Christian. And so the second stanza answers who made the lamb. Now, the poem The Tiger, the narrator is asking the exact same question that he asked the lamb. He's asking, who made you then? Because you're very different from the lamb. It says, tiger, tiger, burning bright. Well, it's bright orange and beautiful, right? Like fire. In the forest of the night, when a mortal hand or eye could frame thy fearful symmetry. I like the slant there, fearful symmetry, because tigers, lines, and they're very symmetrical. I'll show a picture. Continues with the narrator asking the tiger, what kind of crazy, otherworldly, distant, deep, seventh heaven, faraway forge were you built in, buddy? Because you are this crazy, powerful, fierce, scary creature. And if you are all those things, then what does that say about the creator who made you? Lastly, the question is, did he smile his work to see? Did he who made the lamb make thee? So the narrator is asking the tiger, when God made you, was he happy with his beautiful yet destructive and scary creation? And did the same God who created the sweet innocent lamb create the ferocious tiger? So Blake is kind of having like an internal struggle here, trying to make sense of how the God that makes beautiful and sweet, amazing creatures can make terrible and scary things as well and still be a good God. How is the God that makes cute, cuddly kittens the same God who makes flesh-eating bacteria? So Blake's just trying to make sense of the reality that he lives in from a mature, experienced point of view.
I believe the overall theme of both poems combined is the dual nature of God. Blake is considering how God can be sweet and mild like Jesus, and at the same time allow such evil and suffering to exist in the world. This is kind of a contradictory paradox that we see in nature, beauty and destruction coexisting.